If we're not on the same page, you might mess things up. And that's what happened with Sony and Marvel. Not on the same page. Marvel wants a big project for the next Spider-Man. Sony does not want it. Sony wants something. Sony was a big project. Marvel does not want a big project. And you know what? Spider-Man's in flux. We have no idea what's going to happen with Spider-Man 4. But you know what that leads me to our featured story of the night. Sex is all you need. Anyways, everybody, the last thing tonight I want to talk about is Spider-Man. And of course, we're a geeky show a lot of times. Normally we have we have controversial shit, normal shit, up and down, left and right. But Spider-Man right now, everybody, is back in people's ears, eyes, and orifices because Sony and Marvel are messing with the brand. Sony and Marvel are in flux right now, everybody. Marvel wants to go back to that street level Spider-Man. They want to have Spider-Man go out there and fight one villain, figure himself out, be that grounded villain or superhero fighting against, that rumor is, D'Onofrio coming in to be Kingpin, have it be about Hell's Kitchen, and that's it. That's it. Maybe one villain. That's it. Grounded. Because the last movie was so big. It was so big. Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, the biggest collaborator, all the fucking villains, Willem Dafoe. I mean, you're bringing back everybody from the original franchise, Amazing Spider-Man, and of course, the new Spider-Man movies. But they're in a flux. That's what's going on. People are talking about it. Sony wants to go bigger than the next one. Sony wants all three Spider-Men back. They want to make it replicate the last one, but make it bigger. Make it a bigger ensemble. They're fighting everybody. It's the biggest Spider-Man man movie ever. And Marvel says no. And so right now it's this. It's this. What will happen? And we know that we have Tom Holland signed on to be Spider-Man again. He's going to dance back and forth because he's messed up in the past. He's lied before, but he knows his bread and butter is Marvel and Sony. So he doesn't want to mess up again. What will happen? Andrew Garfield, he was supposed to come back. That's been rumored a long time. They're talking about him being in the new Venom movie, then they cut that out. Madam Web, they talk about being Madam Web, they cut him out. They talk about Tom Holland being there, they cut him out because they're going back and forth because they're fighting. What will happen? There's also an idea that Venom 3, they talk about being there, but also talking about young Spider-Man. It's all messed up between Sony and Marvel. They got to get a new plan. What do we want to see, though, at the end of the day? Do you want to see how No Way Home ended? Spider-Man being the small Spider-Man, no one knows who he is. He is the crime, the street level Spider-Man. Or do we want to see a bigger collaboration with all the Spider-Man back together? And talking about Tom Holland, with Tobey Maguire, with Andrew Garfield. That's the question I put to you today right now. Because honestly, this has been going on right now. Everyone's talking about this shit too. Just like they were talking about WWE, they're talking about Spider-Man. What's going to happen? These are the biggest rumors going around and the biggest conversation pieces. And I wonder, for me, I would like to see them come back together, put them all back together and make something big. Yes. I think that's fucking cool. It's fun. Yep. When they were all together on screen, the chemistry was amazing. The pictures they put out there was so fun. It was like they were like all kids again. Tobey Maguire didn't want to come back after he got screwed by Sony. And again, Andrew Garfield, even bigger. Ron did not want to come back because after the Amazing Spider-Man 2, he's like, there's no way I'll do that again because they lied to him. Marvel came in, they fired him. He was bitter on it. And this felt like coming home. It was like, home. It's called home. It was like No Way Home, but it felt like they were coming home. Yeah. And to me, their dynamic works so well. Tom Holland, it was Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland and Tom McGuire were talking about going to the movies together and hanging out and being like Spider-Man together again, just like being friends. To me, that's the most amazing experience ever. And as a fan, if you like them all, if you don't like them all, it makes you love them as a conglomerate force. And Marvel, I think, needs to harness that. I think Sony's right in this part. Honestly, Kevin Feige said the first two did well. Why don't we just keep doing that? But the third one did even fucking better. And you don't have much time for Tobey Maguire. He can't keep being Spider-Man. To me, keep doing it. I love it. I think it's great. But I want to throw it out to you because honestly, it's one of those things. If you've seen that movie, there's magic there, if you ask me. But what do we think about this? Sabrina, I'm going to you first. I'm not sure what the problem is. Audiences will still watch whatever comes on. You're right, Racer X. They will still watch. The problem is this. We're doing this. And when studios come to a head like that, I will say, sometimes you get the worst thing. Because if they can't agree, you get a middle ground. And sometimes middle ground is not as good. Go one way or the other. And right now, Sony has all the rights, all the power, and they could walk away. If they fight too much, Racer X, Sony can walk away. They can break a contract, they have all the power. And then you don't have Spider-Man everywhere else. And he's been great in the MCU. So I think what has to happen, go with Sony. Come on, Kevin Feige, Ben, give, and let it happen. But you know what? That's me. Sabrina, what do you think? Do you think that's a good idea for all the Spider-Man to come back? Because they said they've been contacting Andrew Garfield. He had some little hints about it was going to happen. And Tobey Maguire said, I'm very open to happening. Do you think we should make this happen and have him come back, do a Spider-Man 4 bigger than the last one? Or should we take it back, and go back and
take it back
and make it something simpler than the last movie? I can't hear you, Sabrina. Sorry. It's very important to make this happen, though, I think. Really, it really is.
I have mixed feelings about the multiverse, generally speaking, because it kind of just allows anything to happen. I know it's an actual thing in the comics and like, whatever, but it kind of annoys me because it mixes everything up and it's like, oh, that person died. Oh no, they're back. It's fine. It's like a soap opera. I'm like, okay, am I watching All My Children or One Life to Live? Like what's happening right now? So it's like, it's kind of annoying to me. That you can just erase things that you chose to do that didn't do well. Yeah, GR, what up? So so that kind of annoys me. But at the same time, in this instance, I really did, like you said, Brian, enjoy the three of them playing off each other. I thought it was really fun. I thought they did a really good job.
They feel like best friends. They feel like best friends.
Yeah, well, I mean, they all have the common denominator. I think they all acted that well. They played it well, like as if there were camaraderie. There was also like the, surprise and confusion of Zendaya and his best friend. I feel so bad. I can't remember his name. The kid who played his best friend, Tom Holland's best friend. Like, so like you had that like B story aspect of like, what the fuck is happening? And then you had what was actually happening. I feel like it was really, it was well done. I really enjoyed it. And Into the Spider-Verse, the animated with Miles Morales is one of my favorite superhero movies of all time. Like I love those two movies. The first one more than the second one, but I love them both. So the multiverse is not something that I don't. You're right, Queen. Absolutely. It just annoys me that you're able to erase choices that you made or cast different people. It makes it easier for them, makes it easier for them to make money. It makes it like more palatable for the audience. But at the same time, Ned, thank you, Torbit. Ned was the best friend.
Ned, yep, 100% Ned.
So yeah, I go back and forth between it, and anyone who like watches the show or knows my opinions knows that. So I'm just prefacing what I'm saying right now with that because I really love the three of them together. I thought it was super fun. I thought they did a really friggin' great job. I did that for you, Torbit. And also, it was kind of amazing to see the way that the three of them played that character, and they were all very different.
Okay.
Like Tobey Maguire was kind of like hammy and like, oh hey, what's going on? And Andrew Garfield was super emotional and like, I lost Gwen. And then Tom Holland. So I feel like it was three very different versions of the same iconic character, and I really, really, really enjoyed it. So I'm not, I'm definitely not, I'm not mad. I would love for them to go in that direction. Hi, how are you? Mike Casey's mom.
Hey, what's up? Hope you're feeling better.
Oh,
but
were you sick?
She wasn't feeling well the other day. I was supposed to go to her house. She wasn't feeling better. Hope you're feeling better. Also, Sabrina, though, too, it's like little hearts. Can you make the hearts happen? There come the hearts. But the idea is, though, overall, is like they were so good together. And I think that if you build upon that, you grow upon it, and it was like a new flux of inspiration for the actors. Andrew Garfield was the best part of that. I mean, there's a lot of good parts. Willem Dafoe, awesome. But Andrew Garfield for Spider-Man, it made people like love him again. And I think like
he's my favorite Spider-Man. I know it's unpopular, but he's my favorite Spider-Man. There was he played
very comic
Spider-Man
accurate.
and Peter Parker like so different. Like the comedy that he brought to the Spider-Man portion of it, and like the shyness that he had as Peter Parker. Like I just really enjoyed his portrayal of it. And also, I mean, Emma Stone, for heaven's sakes, like she is.
I know her death was
amazing.
Sad. Look at Torbit here.
She's amazing. Hey, Torbit, how you doing there, bud?
I had to fill in because he had to go take the dog out for a walk.
Torbit.
Taking the dog for. You're filling in for Ron.
Yeah, I guess.
I
Torbett.
love that.
Torbett, let me ask you a question here, Torbett. Have you seen, how many Spider-Man movies have you seen, Torbett?
I don't know if I've seen the ones with Toby Maguire and Andrew Garfield, but I think I've seen most of the ones with Tom Holland, like the No Way Home. I definitely saw that one, and the
Yeah.
Far From Home. I didn't see the first one with Tom Holland though.
Well, the first one's really good.
But you like Tom Holland a lot, though, being a Spider-Man?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
So you saw the No Way Home. So you've all these different Spider-Man. I know you didn't see all of them, but was there connection good enough to make another movie with them together?
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like that one should just like stay as it is, and like I feel like they should just create a new one because they already have one with Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. I feel like it would kind of be a bit too similar, and I mean, instead they would be fighting different villains, obviously, but I feel like it would be way too similar.
What a hot take. Torbett with the hot takes tonight. Look at
Wow.
That's some.
on.
Yeah,
How
Torbett
well
has got to go.
spoken. Look at you.
She took my opinion.
Torbett, do you remember the Valley at all?
Yes, I've shown my friends. I've shown my friends a few times.
Yeah.
I remember like sometimes when my friends come over, I tell them that like I have my own. What's it called? The card that you get when I don't remember
SAG
what.
card.
Trade card.
SAG.
SAG
You're in SAG. You're in the union from the Valley.
And then he's like, I don't believe you. And then I show him. Like,
You're like, why should we say this line? Are you kidding me?
I know where I got that line. I got that from a Dusty movie actually, because it was one of my first movies, and I used to say it all the time. So that's
really? That's why you said that?
Torbett, it was better than what was scripted. It was great. It worked very
You did a
well.
great
We
job.
were very happy when you said it. And the passion and the commitment you gave to that line, it blew us away. We all enjoyed it so much. So you did an amazing job. You deserve that SAG card.
You stole the scene, Torbett.
Yep.
You're guys like, oh my god, what's gonna be happening? You're guys that chemistry, that attitude, and you did a great job just being there. So I'm happy to have you here for the first time, everybody, put it out there. A round of applause for Mr. Torbett Woodward. Come on, here we go.
Thank you so much.
First time, definitely
Good
not.
job, Corbett.
Thank you.
Great job. Great job.
Torbett, we don't really push for kids, but you're the very first kid on Cruise Control. How's it feel?
It feels pretty good, actually. I'm pretty excited. I feel like, it's
You are natural.
I'm really excited.
Yeah, Natch. It's so good to see you here.
Thank
So
you.
at ease, not worried at all. You speak your mind. You're doing a perfect job. I think you found a career, honey.
I think you found a career.
Keep that SAG card. This seems like your thing. I feel like you maybe a correspondent.
There's something that parents know. Out of the mouth of children comes honesty.
Yeah,
that's true. He gave a really hot take on Spider-Man, and he hadn't even seen the Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield Spider-Man.
One more time for Torbett.
It's very relevant. Very relevant answer. You're getting a lot of love in the chat, Torbett. I don't know if you can see the screen, but people are saying hi to you.
I can see the screen.
You can see it? Okay. Oh, hi, Ron. We found a replacement.
Sorry.
Ron, you've been replaced.
One more time for Torbett.
Woo! Torbett, thank you.
Okay, now go away.
It's so good to see you, Torbett.
Hey.
Ron, Torbett took your turn. We'll come back to you.
Hold on. He had a hotter take than you will, I assure you, on Spider-Man. I think Torbett outspoke you on this one for sure.
Yeah, it's a good hot take.
He was a perfect person for that as my dog was taking a shit.
Pee pee poo poo man, pee pee poo poo man.
Whoa, there we go. Where's Peppy?
We don't give a shit about that, Ron.
Yeah. GR. Okay, we're going GR fast. GR, what do you think? Spider-Man. We always talk about Spider-Man. We have this person, that person, up and down, left and right. Do you think that we should bring all the Spider-Man again back together one more time? Web slinging away? Or do you think that they should go what Kevin Feige says, take it simpler, tone it down, and make it something more grounded for the people out there in the world?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I originally didn't think it would work having all three there, but
Yeah.
that may have been the best of all the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
The three of them,
So good.
So
as
good.
everybody has said in our retakes, all played them differently each time. But watching three incredible young actors
Some of
capture
them aren't
the
young anymore, Gr.
hey, to me they are.
Andrew
Sabrina.
Garfield's my age, not old.
How about Tobey Maguire?
he?
That motherfucker old.
He's 45 or
To
something.
me, they're
48.
all
Andrew,
young.
Andrew Garfield's
Oh.
older than us.
He's not old.
Sabrina, my youngest child is 40. Okay, to me they're young.
So Tobey Maguire's still old because he's older than 40.
To
Yeah,
see
how old is
those
Tobey
Calm
Maguire?
down, Jordan.
Alexa,
Calm
how
down.
old is Tobey Maguire?
the bottom line is to see those
48.
young talents with different skills, different adaptations of the character, capture it and meld them together in one film was incredible.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'd love to see it again.
Me too.
Me too.
Yeah, Jer, I think they
But
just
you're-
capture.
I'm sorry, Ron, your son he hit a real hot take. He was like, I feel like they've been there, done that. We should probably just do a new thing. And I was like, well, that's
It was
very,
it was a good different opinion.
That's my
Yeah,
boy, the
I'm-
critical thinker.
Ron, do you
really
feel the
is.
same way?
His son is probably right. We're probably all wrong.
Probably is.
No,
I'm
I-
his son actually.
However,
Ron.
I will disagree with my son.
I do
Brenda,
too.
you
I
wanna
do too.
see-
But I love what he said. I disagree
do
also.
too.
But
I
I
love
love what he
that.
said.
But Ron, do
But
you want to
you're
see
a
more of them
father,
together?
Ron, you're allowed to
Yes, I
say
do.
that.
I want to see more of the ensemble.
true.
Absolutely. That was so cool, and the way they played off of each other, and they were just so much fun. Loved it.
Oh,
Did you know they were going to be there when you watched the movie, or were you surprised when you saw them all together?
Did I know they were going to be there, or was it a surprise?
he says Corbett.
He's got his headphones on. He can't hear me. I think it was a surprise.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah.
What a great surprise it is for audiences too. They tried to hide it for a long time. We knew it was going to happen. I said it multiple times
It
before the
was
movie came
terrible
out.
hide.
It was a terrible. Well, there was stuff that came out, but Ron, do you think that there's a world that you can recreate that fan reaction to make it feel that same enthusiastic energy, or will it? I mean, because it could feel like it falls flat.
Didn't we sort of get that energy up again for Maverick, Top Gun?
You're right.
Sure
You're
did.
totally right.
Sure did.
I mean, if it's written properly, done properly,
Acted well.
I think that is possible, especially with a comic book.
Yeah.
You know,
Comic books, they have a good way of like manipulating it, changing it. And
Yes,
do you think?
yes.
And there's only rumors right now, Ron. Only rumors. But do you think that all these guys want to come back and hang out together?
I do. I absolutely do. Yeah.
I think it's cinema gold, dude. It's cinema. It's cinematic gold. I think
The
that them
payday
We
on
all
together,
that
had a
would
good
be
time.
incredible.
Big
the fact that
word,
they're-
cinematic. Ooh.
they're all hanging out together now, being best friends. Friends forever. You know.
Imagine running into them on the street, just be like, "Whoa!"
Take a drink.
Take
Oh,
a
yeah,
drink.
GR.
That says GR. There you go.
But in
Cheers.
the theater,
Well, he tried to sing and it was
Toby,
terrible.
I know. I'm sorry, JR.
Amen.
Sometimes it's
Amen.
good, sometimes it's nice, sometimes it's bad. You know, it's
I
what
have
it
a-
is. You know.
I would raise my hand.
Wasted days and
Yeah, Sabrina.
wasted nights.
Yeah, Sabrina.
Okay, now you drink.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, see GR drinking so people know that he's actually drinking. There he is. There he is drinking. Okay.
Give us the panel. Everybody take a drink.
Okay, I'm going back. Going back.
Let's cheers to Torben's
Going
performance. Great
back.
job,
Going
Torben.
back. Going back.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Ron,
And there's
your
Sabrina.
son is a treasure.
Who's the treasure? Torben?
Ron's son. I said he's a
Corbett.
treasure.
Thank you.
That's what I said. Who?
He's a friend of the show. He's also family of the show.
He is absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, though. Thank you, Gr.
It runs deep.
Hey,
It runs
he's
deep.
my
with
little
Torben.
warrior.
Ron, you got to tell the truth, bro. He was, for a young man to walk onto a show like this and give those
Hot
smart,
takes.
intelligent, well said, Serena, hot takes at his
You did
age was incredible.
He has
Yeah.
spent
That's great.
his whole life with adults, basically, because we're both older. You know, his parents are both a little older, so he's very comfortable with
Oh,
adults.
youth deprived, not old.
There you go. Okay. His other dad is less youth deprived than me, but yeah.
Less
Come on.
youth
Calm
deprived.
down, Ron. You're very
The whole time I was like this.
exuberant.
Thank you.
Like it was insane, like how spectacular Torvald did. Honestly,
Thank you.
No, he's a great kid.
fuck
He
you,
really
Ryan.
is.
He is. He is.
Hey,
He's a delight.
you
It's
know,
actually very funny.
Sabrina, get in there.
Okay, what was I gonna say? Queen said earlier that the Amazing Spider-Man 2 did not have like an ending really. But like it really, there was supposed to be a 3, and they wound up not doing it, right? Because of I honestly don't know why. Someone told me.
I can tell you right now if you want to know.
Didn't make enough money.
No, it wasn't just that, Sabrina or Jordan. It wasn't just that. What happened was this. I'll probably here. What happened was this. Kevin Feige.
Never mind. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
I just don't want to forget what I'm saying. But you go. You say that. Why?
You go first, then I can go back. You go first. I'll go back.
No, go. Let's play this game for 10 minutes. Go.
Quit fighting.
So Kevin Feige came in because there was a deal with Marvel and with Sony, and they were trying to figure out how to make it work. And Kevin Feige came in and said, "We can't just keep that same person. If you want to work with us, we have to reboot it. New Spider-Man. We want to go super young. We want to go high school. We want to change it, Homecoming, and make him a actual teenager." And they said Andrew Garfield was too old, and they cut him out. And that's why he has a lot of resentment.
3, right?
They were supposed to do 3, but then they actually started negotiating with Marvel, and that's when Kevin Feige. There was a whole thing like Kevin Feige and what's her name? I'm going blank on her name. Jordan, give me her name. Sony.
Oh, yeah, Jesus.
Come on, fucking Jordan.
Yeah.
So,
while you figure out what
Pascal and Feige.
Yeah, Amy Pascal.
They sat down. Amy Pascal. They sat down, and then Kevin Feige said, "Yeah." And Kevin Feige said, "I will do this, but we have to take him back to being a teenager." And Andrew Garfield's too old. Hence, why all the drama caused down, where he was pissed at Sony and Marvel, and he said never come back to Spider-Man, and he still came back. Get Sabrina, what's happening? How you feel?
Okay, so the thing is for me, like the way that they set up the ending of that movie was because there was supposed to be a third movie, right?
Yes,
so Paul
100%.
Giamatti, by the way, who is nominated for Best Actor.
His Rhino was horrible.
And the film is nominated for Best Picture. He is one of the most spectacular actors on the planet. Was literally in like a fucking supercharged rhino fucking suit running around like a lunatic. Thank you, Queen, because I actually forgot about that until you said it. So they were setting it up for another movie because it was supposed to be a 3-movie deal. Now
they were
that
bringing in the Sinister Six.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, exactly. So like it didn't have an ending, quote unquote, like Lord of the Rings didn't have an ending because it was a 3 fucking movie series, right? So like you can't, like when you have a big picture of something and it ends in 3 books, you can't stop at the second book and it makes sense. You know, and you didn't know that there was going to not be another movie, so you didn't end it in a different way. You know what I mean? And also, you know, it was also very clear that like, is he even gonna, you know, be able to continue doing this after what happened with Gwen? You know, so that was which is why he was the most emotional.
He's so good.
Yeah, like he was just so like his feelings were everywhere. Which is, you know, for a superhero it's not really that common. There's moments, you know what I mean? But like, I just feel like him discovering what he was, discovering what was going on, falling in love, like it was just all so raw. And I really, really appreciated that. And I appreciate what you said, Queen, 100%. That it wasn't fleshed out, but there was supposed to be another movie. So I give it breath because of that. You know what I mean?
They had a whole idea, Sabrina, where it was supposed to be like him, you know, and his dad, and how they actually like develop, because they started talking about the dad, and they were supposed to dive
and the things. I know
they were supposed to dive further into it, and then what happened was it's like they just lost their steam with it all, you know. And
don't forget about all those scenes though. All those
money.
Scenes with the they went through the whole layer there. They had all the suits, the vulture wings, everything. Yep. They were setting up for the Sinister Six is what they were doing.
Exactly.
You had Electro, you had Goblin, he was in jail. Like the post-credit scene is somebody breaking Goblin basically out of freaking jail or wherever they had him sitting.
100%.
So Jordan, you know, you hear about all of this. Are you stoked for a Spider-Man, all three of them all back together, web singing around, kicking ass, making shit dreams and come true? Or do you think that they should go the Kevin Feige way and make it be grounded in the street, Daredevil, because they want Daredevil, they want Vincent D'Onofrio. I think D'Onofrio has to be there regardless. He's got that deal. He's got that Marvel money. He should be Kingpin.
If it's Kingpin, it's D'Onofrio. It's like Sean on Wednesdays. If it's Wednesdays, it's Cruise Control. If it's Kingpin, it's D'Onofrio.
We want Kingpin for Spider-Man regardless. So I think he could be there. We can go big with it, but do you think you could do a conglomerate combination of that? Or do you think that Marvel will get their say at the end and Sony will just lay down and take it?
I mean, I'll be there regardless because of Spider-Man. I mean, I just love the IP. I love Spider-Man as a character. I always have.
Jordan loves the IP-ness.
Even as a kid. I'd like to see it more grounded because I want to see, like in the comic books, the gritty comic book, the grittiness. I want to see Kingpin, but I also want to see Daredevil teaming up with Spider-Man. Maybe bring in the Punisher. Like the Punisher was first introduced in a Spider-Man comic. I want to see Bernthal's Punisher with Holland's Spider-Man, and I don't think you can do that with the multiverse aspect. Maybe you can. I mean, regardless, I think it'd be a good movie. I think Sony has proven that maybe they need to stay out of it a little bit, let Marvel do what they want to do, because usually when Sony gets fully involved, except for the Spider-Verse movies, I love them. I mean, Amazing Spider-Man 2 could have been something great, and I think they went... I don't want to say I love the movie, but a lot of audiences didn't like it. The Electro change, the whole blue Electro, all that. Harry as the Green Goblin instead of Norman right away. I think that turned off a lot of people. But Andrew Garfield was amazing. I still say he's my best Spider-Man. I put him above Tom Holland. I just think his script wasn't that good for the second one. But emotionally, I think it was more of adult Spider-Man. So I'd actually like to see more. I want to see Sony do put Andrew Garfield in like a Venom movie or something. Make him in that universe. I want to see Andrew come back in his own Spider-Man films.
There's also rumors, Jordan, about Amazing Spider-Man 3 happening. Andrew Garfield maybe being in Venom. Then I also hear that they're going to do that and they cut him out and they put, a younger Spider-Man. You might have like a young Buck being Spider-Man. And to me, I'm like, just put Andrew Garfield in that universe. Make him the Sonyverse one. Honestly, because we don't need Tobey Maguire. He can be a different universe. He can pop in when you need him. You make Andrew that Sonyverse one. He connects to Craven and all of that. And he is that guy. And you let him have his final day in the sun. Like, he's a really good Spider-Man. And then when you bring them all together, then of course you have all three of them. But that gives him a chance to actually fight Venom. He's in No Way Home. He's never fought an alien before. He has a chance to fight an alien now. He has a chance to be there. And then he has a chance to grow as a character. And then on top of that, they can all come together and fight Thanos or Doctor Doom and the Secret Wars. Wouldn't that be cool?
Isn't Thanos fucking gone?
Well, no.
Well,
maybe Thanos is coming back. Thanos is coming back apparently for everything. Josh Brolin once said, money, yeah.
Because of the multiverse. Let's be clear. Jordan, by the way, hot take. Love it. Love everything you said, buddy. Great job. I agree entirely with everything that you said. You're the only other person that I know, especially
great on the hot takes.
Especially so versed in comic books as you are. I was so excited. I had to go 10-1. I was so excited. I was like, I have to get back and say thank you. Because no one wants to give Andrew Garfield that credit, and I appreciate that.
I give him all the credit in the world. He was a different take. Dude. He was a different take.
There ain't nothing but love in the room.
The thing I always didn't like about Tobey. Now this is going to be controversial. I did not really like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. I liked the villains. I thought the actors that played the villains. Were better.
I mean, Willem Dafoe. How do you fuck with Willem Dafoe?
Even oh my God, his name's slipping and he's so famous. Who played his kid again? Harry.
James Franco.
Thank you. Franco. James Franco was even better. I loved his story arc. Tobey Maguire played too nerdy of a Peter Parker, I thought. Too nerdy.
He did. It was
he was a caricature.
Yes. But the third one, when he was with the music and walking down the street, and I'm no,
it's so good. It's so good.
Don't ever do that again, please. No, it was appalling.
In my opinion, for a story, I mean, when Gwen's dad died in that first Amazing Spider-Man, I mean, you never got that emotional sting from a Spider-Man before.
Exactly.
That's great.
And he carried that into No Way Home. He carried that into it. Like it was so, and I think that the like
Torben.
even all these years later, like I think that it was amazing that he was able to carry that emotion and that continuation of what we didn't get to see finish into this other film.
Right.
You know, like I'm hashtag Andrew Garfield for Spider-Man all fucking day. Like honestly, excuse me, I'm sorry, Tor, but I didn't mean to say the F word. I love you. You're lovely, lovely child. Doing a great job out there giving us hot
I'd love to
takes.
see him come back, but I'd also like to see a grounded movie because I think you could bring in the Punisher. At any time you could bring Bernthal back as the Punisher.
Well, but look how grounded Daredevil
Can we talk about
like,
how grounded that was?
Right.
That's like real world shit. Like it's not like weird. Like someone, it's not Mysterio's coming out. I mean, not Mysterio. Who's Magneto? No, Mysterio. Yeah, it was Mysterio coming out of the sky, shooting stuff, doing all this weird. Like that. That's not grounded at all. You're like, oh, what the? You know what I mean? But Daredevil is like every episode. It's like you don't know that's him. It's real shit happening. Like I feel like that could. You know, Spider-Man has that.
I just
vibe.
feel if you're gonna make D'Onofrio's character the villain in a Spider-Man movie, you can't
it has to be
bring in the multiverse shit. You can't. It's not.
Well, it has to be grounded. It has to be grounded. It has to be real. It has to be raw.
I agree.
On the street level.
I think we're all arguing about different things because you have three incredible talents with different takes on the same character.
Yeah.
And everybody's going to have a different opinion. I think bring them all three back and wrap it up somehow. With a good script, it will be an incredible movie that will last for ages.
Yeah, but didn't they wrap it up though? They wrapped it up because
the
villains got to go back.
Did they really wrap it up?
All three Peters were hugging it out.
They kind of did.
Not Peter. I think though
that's Sabrina. They kind of did. Let's do it.
I'm going to take it back to Ron though.
Big fight and have everybody walk off into the sunset one last time.
Which casting is Sundance Kids. I'm going to take it back to Ron though. That it works so well. You have these three dynamic actors together, and their chemistry is so amazing. The fact that they never really worked together before, and they became best friends, and they hang out together, go to theaters. Like Tobey Maguire, someone going to like movie theaters with Andrew Garfield, going with Tom Holland. They're incognito, putting their hats down, and they're watching movies together. Beyond this, I think that dynamic is a win for Sony, and I think 100%. That what they have to do is capitalize on that because it's only going to be the best ever. Like it was great in No Way Home. But that chemistry in the next one will be even better. And it's going to be like the best friends hanging out, and you're going to feel like they are, as they said in the last one, brothers together, brothers in arms. And it's going to be the best fucking movie ever.
The thing,
and when that happens,
is, though, you have to have good writing. You have to have good writing.
Yes, they will. They will.
That's the thing. If you craft
Guys,
something.
I have a great idea. How
What's
about
that,
we bring the three back and we bring a new Spider-Man in, Ron's son, and wrap it up with that.
I'm all for it.
Torbit?
Come on, Torbit's coming in hot.
I'm all for it.
Baby Spider-Man, Lil Spider-Man, Lil, Lil Spider-Man, Lil Spider-Man. We'll call him.
He can
little speed, little S-man,
and become Spider-Man.
Mini S. I don't know. We're shopping. We're workshopping the name, but we're coming up with it. It's gonna be great.
We're figuring it. We're figuring it out,
guys.
No, I like it. I like it. He obviously can handle himself on set. I mean, he walked into a live show and was like, "So, by the way, you know what? I didn't see this. I didn't see that, but I got a hot take for you."
And Ron, you've got your retirement money now.
Yes, exactly. Hey,
right, Torbit. I gotta say though, this is happening. They're trying to figure it out. Torbit had some great takes. Again, happy birthday, Ron. I think that.
Happy birthday, Ron.
Thank you.
But one more second. I want to say that Spider-Man is happening. We're getting Spider-Man 4. Tom Holland lies about it. He says that it's not happening, but Sony made an official announcement, and he's like, "I'll figure it out." But at the end of the day, Sony needs to learn that what works, and I think what works is all putting together, and their dynamic works really well, and make that happen. And Marvel, even though they want it to be simple, you've gone big. You can't go back.
No,
You
no.
gotta
You cannot.
You got to get bigger, Ron, right?
Yep, absolutely.
And better, by the way.
There's
And don't be
carpet
afraid
right
of it.
there.
Own it. Just
Don't
do
be
it.
afraid. Do it. And when
Do
that
it.
happens, that's the biggest blockbuster movie ever. And Spider-Man
Seriously.
will dominate the box office. And I can't wait to see it.
Yo, player, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pep Star needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.